come on down with yourself or your group, and that's for the International Literacy Day and International Literacy Month. If you're here for that, come on down. We appreciate you being here, and you got caught in our change of schedule operation with the new law, so any complaints, contact your state legislator or his nearest relative. Councilman Everett Roy is going to help me with this one because he is involved, he and his wife both very highly involved in education, and this is part of education, so I just would like for him to help us on this.
Well, thank you. Good afternoon. So this is International Literacy Day and International Literacy Month. So if I read this and mess up, that's going to be a problem. September 8th, 2019 has been designated as International Literacy Day, and September 2019 has been designated as National Literacy Month by educational leaders in this country. More than 50,000 adults in Corpus Christi do not have a high school diploma or GED, and more than 17% read below the 5th grade level. This problem is a vital concern to professional, educational, civic, religious, and volunteer groups in our community. As former United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan declared, literacy is a bridge from misery to hope. It is a tool for daily life in modern society. It is a bulwark against poverty and building block of development, an essential complement to investments in roads, dams, clinics, and factories. Literacy is a platform for democratization and a vehicle for the promotion of culture and national identity. For everyone, everywhere, literacy is, along with education in general, a basic human right. Literacy is finally the road to human progress and the means through which every man, woman, and child can realize his or her full potential. The Corpus Christi Literacy Council, formed in 1986, continues to initiate and coordinate literacy efforts within our community and to provide needed help to interested citizens. The Literacy Council has served more than 10,000 adult students in Corpus Christi through their one-on-one volunteer tutor program and classroom instruction. Thank you.
So now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim September 8th, 2019 International Literacy Day and September 2019 International Literacy Month in Corpus Christi, and encourage all citizens to recognize the need for literacy in our city and its great social and economic importance. And I'll give the proclamation to, you're the first in line. Are you in charge of this operation? All right. Well, we want to commend you and your organization for helping with this and ask you to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor McComb. My name is Dr. Criselda Leal, the Executive Director at the Corpus Christi Literacy Council. And I'd like to take this moment, a brief moment, to thank our partners and collaborators on this special day and recognize a few of our people up here. We have some board members, partners. Specifically, we have the library, Dorothy and Laura, thank you. We have Sandpat Literacy Council member here as well, and our board members. The Corpus Christi Literacy Council is a nonprofit that serves the residents of Corpus Christi, neighboring cities in Nueces County, and he covered it very well. Thank you so much with the main goal of identifying, recruiting, tutoring adults 17 years and older who need help with their basic literacy skills. We at the center, we're a small team, but we like to say we're a mighty team. And we take pride in serving the 17% of residents in our county that need help with literacy. Reading and writing, as you know, are critical to the overall health and well-being and gives one the self-confidence and abilities to build an enhanced quality of life. We rely on our wonderful teachers, tutors, who offer free classes at the McDonald Library located at 4044 Greenwood. I'd like to particularly thank our donors, sponsors, volunteers who work very hard supporting our mission and our cause. We're proud to serve the community, like he said, since 1986, 33 years. We're thriving. As our community thrives and grows, we too always are growing with the community. So we're always asking for volunteers. Come visit us. We'd love to visit with you. We tutor you in helping you train tutor our students. We are having an open house on September 25th. I'd like to invite the community. It is going to be held there at 4044 Greenwood. Again, Mayor, thank you. Thank you for this proclamation.
Well, thank you for all their work. Give them a hand for what they do, and we appreciate all of your work. Thank you so much. Did you get a picture? Do we need kind of move in here? We'll get a little picture right quick, and then.
Gosh, we are all in black. That's right. We're all in black. I love it. It's good. That day. You always have someone close in there.
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for everything.
Is that what we say? Okay, this next one is one, and if you're here for this, we'd like to, and I want to make sure if I make a mistake, then I'll have to eat it, I guess. But the proclamation that we have today, a recognition, is Leukemia Awareness, #BeLewish Day. Be Lewish? Be Lewish, all right. Well, we need a little. And Councilman Gil Hernandez is going to help me with this one.
Come on in. I'll slide over. Back there. All right, this is a little close to home for me. Cindy and my wife went to school together. They were both Tigerettes together at Carroll High School, along with several other 100 people. Anyway, this is Leukemia Awareness, #BeLewis Day. On December 21st, 1995, the prayers of Cindy Barrera de Leon were answered when Luis Adan Gonzalez, Sweet Lou, was born. Throughout Sweet Lou's 22 years of life, he would touch so many with his positive perspective, genuine concern, and magnetic smile. He would fulfill his role of son, brother, grandson, nephew, godson, and friend in many profound ways, consistently bringing light to dark situations. After a devastating diagnosis of leukemia at the age of 20, he fought long and hard in the trenches alongside the amazing medical team at MD Anderson, his auntie Nena, his grandparents, Aunt Sonia, and his uncle Michael, and Team Lou. all while never losing the tight grip of his broken-hearted mother and stepfather's hands in the experiencing God's love in the process. On June 10th, 2018, this brave warrior flew home to heaven. Lou's death shattered many hearts, yet inspired a community to unite in bringing awareness, hope, compassion, education, and support of the patients and their families dealing with leukemia, a form of cancer that can affect the blood and bone marrow. GenCure, in partnership with the Be the Match, Marrow Registry, and Lou's family, will be holding swab drives in Corpus Christi in honor of Lou to encourage potential donors to sign up for the National Registry. There are an estimated 399,967 people living with or in remission from leukemia in the United States. Lou's legacy lives on by challenging each one of us to be Louish, loving unconditionally and living unselfishly. Let's all dig deep to find the Lou that lives in all our hearts and be the light that starts a change, finding for a cure for leukemia.
Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim September 25th, 2019 as Leukemia Awareness Be Louish Day in Corpus Christi, and encourage all citizens to honor this individual by being Louish and pay it forward with a random act of kindness and fill the Corpus Christi with Lou's legacy. And we want to appreciate what you're doing and what you've done, and we understand and we appreciate you're moving forward, and it's a day-by-day situation, and there's a lot of folks that obviously that are here that got support for you, but throughout the community. So we'd like to present this to you as a recognition of your and appreciation for the work you're doing on behalf of this. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes. First of all, I would love to thank, of course, you, Mayor, the council members, everybody here. And this is just a portion of Lou's army. That's what we call him, because this is nothing compared to his followers and his prayer warriors and everybody. But to know him was to love him. And sorry. Today is amazing. And be Louish, we strive, we just can only hope to be the human that he was. And I was blessed to be his mother. And everyone here knew him in some little way. And we just want to continue to honor him. And we ask that on September 25th, to pay it forward, do something nice. I'm sure it's sad, but everybody here has been affected by cancer or a death. But when it comes to a death of a child, it's unimaginable. But we ask on September 25th to be Louish, to pay it forward, to do something nice for somebody who is struggling or some sort, just to pay for somebody's meal or what have you. But think about Lou on that day, because this day is huge to us. Like he used to always say, go big or go home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll kind of squeeze in here and squeeze to where the shorter ones come up front.
A short squeeze.
And we'll get a picture of this. And the council's got shirts too, if you would. Hold those up.
Everett, can you toss the mayor's down? His shirt?
Oh,
It's going.
is it going down? Okay.
Got it. Gil, you got yours. Okay.
Yeah. I can't read Rudy's backwards. Yeah.
I'll go down here. How about I just go up and down? Everybody look at One, two, three.
Okay, our next proclamation is United States Constitution Week. If you're here for that, please come up.
That was hard. Harder than I expected.
Hello, Ms. Ruth. And we're going to have to give these ladies an easel or something, that all those badges they got on that walk around like this. All right. United States Constitution Week. The Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, embodies the principles of limited government and a republic dedicated to rule by law. September 17th, 2019 marks the 232nd anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Continental Congress, Constitutional Congress, Convention. It is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. Public Law 915, signed by Dwight David Eisenhower in 1956, designating September 17th through the 23rd annually, guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year to be dedicated for the observance of Constitution Week. Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim September 17 through 23, 2019, United States Constitution Week in Corpus Christi, and ask all citizens to reaffirm the ideals the framers of the Constitution had in 1787 by vigilantly protecting the freedoms guaranteed to us through this guardian of our liberties, remembering the lost rights may never be regained. So we want to thank you ladies for reminding us of this, and Ruth, are you the spokesman for this group? All right. Mr. Carson.
I'm Ruth Carson, Regent of Corpus Christi Chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution, and we are the direct descendants of the patriots who established this country. The celebration of the Constitution was started by the Daughters of the American Revolution. In 1955, DAR petitioned Congress to set aside September the 17th through the 23rd annually to be dedicated for the observance of Constitution Week. And this resolution went into effect August the 2nd, 1956, and it became public law by Dwight D. Eisenhower. The DAR Constitution Hall in Washington, D.C. is the only structure dedicated to the U.S. Constitution. DAR is committed to teaching the public about historical events surrounding the establishment of the Constitution and the men who framed it. And on behalf of the Corpus Christi chapter, we would like to thank the mayor's office for this proclamation. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome, and we need to be reminded we got a great country, and it's all because of the Constitution. So thank you, ladies, for keeping that alive for us. Thank you. Get a picture.
Sorry. Am I blocking anybody? No, I'm sure. I better not be here. I'm in trouble. Talk.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Michael. Sit down. All right, the next one is going to be Hunger Action Month. So if you'll come down if you're for that. I think we're in the wrong business. We need to get in the T-shirt business. All right, this is Hunger Action Month. Hunger and poverty are, oh, excuse me, Michael Hunter's going to do this one for us. I apologize.
After the literacy proclamation earlier, I think the mayor was nervous giving me this presentation to read. This is Hunger Action Month. Hunger and poverty are issues of vital concern in Texas, where 4,200,000 people struggle with hunger just in Texas. 1 in every 4 children do not know where their next meal will come from. The city of Corpus Christi is committed to working with the Coastal Bend Food Bank and educating Coastal Bend Food Bank, a member of the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks, and educating people about the role and importance of food banks in addressing hunger and raising awareness of the need to devote more resources and attention to hunger issues. The month of September has been designated Hunger Action Month in order to bring attention to food insecurity in our communities and to engage 40,000 actions from the public, including volunteer shifts, social media shares, and donations to end hunger one helping hand at a time, or one helping at a time, I guess. That's the food lingo, huh? Food banks across the country, including the members of the Coastal Bend Food Bank, will host numerous events throughout the month of September to bring this awareness and attention to reach the 40,000 action goal in efforts to end hunger in their local community.
Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested to me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim September 2019 Hunger Action Month in Corpus Christi and encourage all citizens and businesses of this community to join in support of the Coastal Bend Food Bank to feed the hungry in our community. And B, would you like to say a few words?
Of course. Thank you so much. Well, we are here to promote Hunger Action Month, and I know that all our stomachs are growling, so we can understand the reason why we exist. I just want to give you a few details. We just closed our fiscal year in August, and we distributed 10,333,000 pounds of food, which translate into 8,666,000 meals. So that's amazing. And if you think about what it takes to rescue more than 10 million pounds of food, that's part of a miracle, because that food would have ended up in the landfill. We are very proud of the work we're doing. Right now we're distributing about 1,000 backpacks to school children that depend on breakfast and lunch at school and that may or may not get a meal at home during the weekend. These children take food for the family for the weekend. 1,000 of these backpacks go every week to these homes during the school year. And another thing that we are doing that is very important, we are working very hard at being part of the solution to the diabetes and obesity problem in South Texas. And the board of directors and the staff are committed to fight and teach people how to manage their health through diet. So this past year, we distributed almost 5 million pounds of fresh fruit and vegetables. So we're working very hard at making our communities, we serve 11 counties, making our communities a better place to live. Thank you for your support. And one thing I need to tell you, we're very short of canned goods. So if you can help us with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and for what all you're doing. Let's gather up. Thank you for what you're doing, and we appreciate it very much.
Mr. Mayor.
They're cute shirts.
Where's Michael?
It's over there. It's underneath.
Oh, stop. I wish.
Should have brought it down here.
Hey, how you doing?
There's a joke in here.
All right, our final one, in terms of proclamation, is for Life Insurance Awareness Month. So if you're here for that, come on down. And Ben Molina is going to help me with this one. Our world traveling globetrotter council member.
Okay. Financial planning is an invaluable tool that citizens can utilize when addressing short and long-term needs. Life insurance can protect families by replacing some or all of lost income when someone dies by helping to cover expenses such as mortgage payments, bills, a dependent's child care, or college tuition. Determining how much and what kind of life insurance to buy is one of the most important decisions families can make. Insurance industry professionals can assist families in addressing this important part of their financial planning strategy in order to achieve long-term security.
Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim the month of September 2019 Life Insurance Awareness Month in Corpus Christi. Encourage all citizens to evaluate their personal financial strategies toward achieving long-term security and consider the important role that life insurance can play in helping them achieve the financial security of their loved ones. And so who's the spokesperson or be? All right. Give you that and then get you to say a few words.
Yes. Well, Life Insurance Awareness Month would educate the public as to the importance of life insurance to protect the family financially through an easy step by buying life insurance. And remember, life insurance is for the living, and that the best insurance is the one you can afford. And thank you for all these busy insurance professionals. And I think I want Mr. Jimmy to talk about a little bit of the financial organization.
Yeah, so NAIFA is an acronym for National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors, and we are here, we're local. Our members include not only agents, but financial advisors and people who work in the employee benefits program. And the mission statement for NAIFA is really to take the mission of NAIFA is to advocate for persistent legislative and regulatory change and enhance business and professional skills, and of course promote ethical conduct with our members. But more importantly, just the impact that we have in our community, where we paid well over $34 million to just our local community in death claims last year, where we were able to put, talking about food on children's plates and being able to provide for that widow when that loved one passes away, and for them to stay in their home and to stay in their own schools. That's what life insurance does. So thank you very much. Appreciate you. Appreciate our members. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's thank you for their service. And we'll get a picture.
No shirt?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, no shirt.
Paulette, this is a picture.
Leo. Leo. Eddie, how you doing? Good to see you, sir. Don't go with us. Good to see you.
How you doing? Thank you very much.
How are you? Good to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Now this portion is to say thank you to folks that are willing to give their time on a consistent basis to serve on one of our boards and committees. And at this time, I'd like to call down the following individuals to be sworn in. Chris Mitchell, Community Youth Development, Program Steering Committee. Job Gonzalez, Community Youth Development Program Steering Committee. Alan R. Wilson, Corpus Christi B Corporation and Corpus Christi Business and Job Development. Betsy Miller, Senior Companion Program Advisory Committee, and Sandra Perez, Senior Companion Program Advisory Committee. Are any or all of those here? Carolyn Vaughn, you want to come and get sworn in on one of these boards or committees? Commissioner? You want to come get sworn in on a board or commission? Okay, well, the routine is that you raise your right hand, and I will say aye, and then I'll pause, and you say your name, and then I'll read a phrase, and you repeat after me, and we'll get this together, and you'll be sworn in, and then you see this lady over here to get the vital information so that your paychecks can go to that correct address. All right, I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of a member of the board to which I have been appointed and upon which I am about to enter, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the laws of the United States and of this state and of this city, so help me God. All right, well, thank you very much, and welcome aboard, and we appreciate your willingness to serve. Thank you very much, and we'll get her to we need to get a picture first. If Elizabeth ever starts putting these pictures up at the post office, we're in trouble.
Mugshot. Yeah.
We're done.